What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. We're back inside the building once again to check out this one, which I am very excited to check out. Obviously, it's a big moment for Rema, but also Ice Spice, of course, who is continuing on this very kind of populous run she is on. Really, really impressive last 18 months from Ice Spice, who's just been continuously putting out tunes that people will naturally gravitate towards, and this is another one that is already doing the rounds. It goes by the name Pretty Girl, featuring Rema, of course, and this is actually the performance on Saturday Night Live. So a big moment for the tune, and I'm excited to check out the live version and see if there's any sort of alternations in how we would normally hear it. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into it. Saturday Night Live.
Once again, Ice Spice.
SNL, what up? Stop playing with them, Riot.
Yeah, pretty girl, me no do no keys and tell. As long as you treat me well, I will treat you more than gem. Me not sell my chain.
So whenever we see these live performances, there's always, and I repeat always, there is always some form of leveling issue. In comparison to Ice Spice's initial vocal, Rema sounds very quiet, which is frustrating for a live performance, as it is a big moment for him. And I don't know whether that's a sound checking thing or whether that's just a way that they do things. Whenever you hear live performances, vocals are always slightly off. They just are. It's just a part of live performance. But I like the setting. I like the layout. And it's good that, obviously, just the way that Rema kind of is allowed to introduce himself, I do quite like as well. I don't know if this is Rema's first time on Saturday Night Live, but I know he has done a few of the bigger shows in America already.
You are my real flex. Hey, I give me promise you ain't gonna bail on me.
Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. Got my eyes wide. Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. So out of this world like sci-fi.
Yeah.
Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn.
Looking at you, got my eye wide.
Looking at you, got my eyes wide, damn. So out of this world like sci-fi. I am the one that got live the bands. Who you becoming? Well, that depends. Jump in the air, I perfect my stance. Jump to the floor, I just wanna dance. Yeah, you the one, there's no number two.
And I know, obviously, with Ice Spice, a lot of her performance factor is I don't want to say flat, because that's not the right word, but there is definitely not like a jump around sort of thing about her. She'll stand still, and that's why she's quite relatable to a lot of people. She just kind of is, if that makes sense. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a very kind of genuine performance. She's not kind of forcing anything extra. This is just kind of her being herself, which I do actually quite appreciate. It's difficult, though, with Rema, because Rema is a very lively performer, usually. So he's obviously moving around a lot, and you've got Ice Spice stood in the middle, being quite still. So it's an interesting kind of dynamic to have between the pair of them.
Come on, you. Watch what you say, got faces on me. Faces on me.
Yeah, pretty girl, me no do no keys and tell. As long as you treat me well, I will treat you more than gem. Me not sell my chain. You are my real flex. Hey, I give me promise you ain't gonna bail on me. Yeah, pretty girl, me no do no keys and tell. As long as you treat me well, I will treat you more than gem. Me not sell my chain.
It's definitely a tune as well that has a catchy element to it. It's a shorter tune, obviously. 2 minutes 31. For a live performance video, 2 minutes 31 is extremely short, let's be real. But hearing the way that it is catchy, I'll be very surprised if we don't hear numerous sort of dance music remixes of this, if we don't hear sort of people taking those vocals and doing something else with them. I think that there is a lot of space with this for it to become bigger than it currently is. Obviously, it's a tune with Ice Spice and Rema on it. Two of the most viral names in the world right now. It's going to do numbers and it's going to attract attention. It just will, based on their previous kind of history. Rema's performance is good. A little bit iffy on the actual leveling, and I know that's a typical thing that is often said about Saturday Night Live. But yeah, interesting.
I ain't been in love in a minute. Don't know what it was, but you get it. Big three braids, brush your mouth and you meant it. You could get it, play your cards right, bet it. It's our life, so baby, let's live it. Haters super mad, we got them all living. Think about my future, got you all in it. Shooting for the stars, the sky has no limit.
Yeah, pretty girl, me no do no keys and tell. As long as you treat me well, I will treat you more than gem. Me not sell my chain, you are my real flex.
Thing is, I really like the instrumental to this. I don't think it's Rema's best performance. I don't think it's Ice Spice's best performance either. But I do really appreciate Rema's performance factor on this because he is kind of elevating everything. He is providing all the catchiness. He's the one providing all the bits that are going to get remixed. I don't necessarily think Ice Spice on this is the person that's going to kind of get that rewatchability factor. I think that all comes from Rema, realistically. And yeah, I like the instrumental, man. I love the sort of floaty textures we hear. I love those sort of like unique synthesizer sounds. They have quite an aquatic feel to them, and it works quite well. It's a standard live performance, let's be real.
Give me promise you ain't gonna belong me. Yeah, pretty girl, me no do no keys and tell. That's not that you treat me well. I will treat you more than gem. Me not sell my gem. You are my real flex. Hey, give me promise you ain't gonna belong me.
That's a good moment, though. It's good for both of them. Obviously, you kind of forget with Ice Spice how kind of young she is, how new to this she is as well, just based on the kind of instantaneous blow-up she's had. Like, the last 18 months have been absolutely crazy. But then next to that, obviously, you've got Rema, who's been around for maybe sort of 4 or 5 years now, been putting out music at a very good level for that long period of time. And now he's having he's had the last sort of year of explosion and being that sort of top-level person. We know he does have a new EP dropping this Friday. So that'll be really exciting to check out in comparison to this as well. Really excited to see what he's been working on because he's been sat on Calm Down now for nearly a year. And obviously he's popped up on this tune as well. He's had a couple of features, but I'm looking forward to seeing some solo Rema material. As a performance, there's only so much you can do with a Saturday Night Live performance. It's more the kind of status of it. It's not necessarily like a Super Bowl performance or like I don't know, like an Emmy performance or something like that, or I don't know, like a Mobo performance, for instance, where you do have like a lot of kind of stagecraft. With this, you've got a little bit of space to work with, and they do a good job for what it is. So yeah, exciting stuff. As always, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this one, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, making sure that you are leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. Don't forget, we are live every Saturday on Platform B as well, 9 till 10 UK time for Cubs Clubhouse, and of course the latest pull-up guest mix as well with loads of new Afrobeats flavour. That's it from me though. Hopefully you have enjoyed. We'll see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. Man, they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.
Welcome to Cubs Clubhouse, live on Brighton's premier platform for new music. Platform B.